This is a bit of a weird setup for a video, but I kind of just wanted to sit on the floor and film a book haul, and then Haruki decided to stop by for some fuss, and so this is where we're at. It's very, very chill. I don't have any makeup on, and that's okay. I should be allowed to not wear makeup, so I'm not. And I'm going to show you some of the books that I bought in May. And Haruki might stick around. He might not. We'll see. I'm sorry, am I taking up too much space? So first up we have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. This is the Penguin? I think these are Penguin. Vintage Classics edition. Okay. Haruki is now rubbing his face on the camera. And now he's chewing the camera strap. It's fine, we're just going to carry on. This is the Penguin Vintage Classics edition of Jane Austen's... Oh, no. What are you doing? Jane... Oh, this is not going well. Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. I've actually read this one already and we'll be reviewing it shortly. Really enjoyed it. Love this edition. It's super, super pretty. Next we have 4 books in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series by J.R. Ward. Lover Awakened, which is book 3, and then... oh, these are out of order, but The Shadows, The Beast and The Chosen, which are I think 12, 13 and 14? Something like that. I've read a vast majority of this series. I have read Lover Awakened before. It's actually my favourite in the series, which is why I decided to buy this one when I was buying the next 3 that I haven't read. Usually I would only buy 1 book in a series that I haven't read and read that one before buying the next one, but I've read 11 books in this series, loved them all, so I felt like it was safe to buy multiple, so I've bought the next 3 that I would like to read, and then I also bought my favourite one. I will probably pick up the rest of the series in this format at some point, but I figured if I was going to buy some of these books I might as well buy one that I have already read and loved, and like I said, number 3 is my favourite. Next up we have Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky, which I didn't actually buy. Somebody had left a load of books down in the bin storage of my flat, books that they were getting rid of, and I saw this one and thought, I'll pick it up. I have mixed feelings about reading this because it's about the human race versus a species of giant sentient spiders, and I'm terrified of spiders, so I don't know how I feel about reading this one. But since I saw it and it's been on my radar for ages, I thought I might as well just pick it up while it was there and see how I get on with it. I realise now that I haven't told you what the other books are about. Pride and Prejudice follows predominantly Elizabeth Bennet, who is part of a family of 5 sisters and no boys, so the family is very preoccupied with their mother is very preoccupied with the girls getting married, because otherwise they will be destitute when their father dies, because of course women can't own property. And so we kind of follow them in their social circle and how that works, and it was really, really enjoyable. And the Black Dagger Brotherhood series follows the Black Dagger Brotherhood, who are a warrior species of vampires, and it's their job to protect the rest of vampire society from the Lessers, which is like an undead type of group of beings that are trying to wipe out vampires. And each book is the love story of one particular brother. They're very, very smutty, they're very, very good. And I'm going to just try and straighten this camera a little bit. since Haruki moved it a bit there. Hopefully that's okay. We're going with very casual here anyway. Then I managed to pick up the last 3 books in the Keeper of the Lost Cities series. So book 6, Nightfall, book 7, Flashback, and book 8, Legacy. I already have books 1 to 5. If the camera is moving, it's because Haruki is playing with the camera strap again, so I apologise. This is not the best production value I've ever done, but you know what? Maybe I won't even post this, but I felt like filming it, so here we are. I'm absolutely loving this series. It follows Sophie, who is a telepath, and she's grown up in the human world, feeling very, very strange because, you know, not normal to be a telepath. And then she realises that she's an elf, and she moves to the Elven Kingdoms, and she doesn't really 100% fit in there either, but it's a fantastic series and just, I highly recommend. The next 2 books that I want to talk about were gifts. So I don't know if you saw it over on my Instagram, but there's this book exchange going on that I took part in, and I was sent 2 books by 2 lovely, lovely Instagrammers, bookstagrammers. The first one is from Brittany, and it is House of Earth and Blood, book 1 in the Crescent City series by Sarah J. Maas. And this arrived at the same time as some other books that I had ordered, actually the Black Dagger Brotherhood books. And when I was buying the Black Dagger Brotherhood books, I had been really, really tempted to buy this, but I decided to just hold off and be good and not buy it straight away, but probably buy it later on in the month. And then this showed up at the same time as those 4, and I was like confused for a second. I was like, did I accidentally just subconsciously buy this and I forgot? Which is really unlike me, and I didn't think that was possible. And then I saw the gift note from Brittany, and honestly I nearly cried. I was so emotional over it, and it was so, so lovely. And then a few days later I received The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater from Dina, who's also a bookstagrammer, and was just so, so lovely and unexpected and just beautiful. So this one is the first book in a series that I don't know a huge amount about. I think it's sort of paranormal fantasy. Even if Blue hadn't been told her true love would die if she kissed him, she would stay away from boys, especially the ones from the local private school known as the Raven Boys. They only mean trouble. But this is the year that everything will change for Blue. This is the year that she will be drawn into the strange and sinister world of the Raven Boys, and the year Blue will discover that magic does exist. This is the year she will fall in love. And then this one is urban fantasy, and I don't know much about what it's about, but I have heard that the synopsis for this one reveals some things that happen early on in the book that if you don't know about, it's quite enjoyable. So I don't actually want to know what this is about. I'm just gonna go ahead and read it. Then we have another anthology. This one is called Hungry Hearts, and it's 13 Tales of Food and Love, edited by Elsie Chapman and Caroline Tung Richmond, and including stories from S.K. Ali, Adiel Said, Rin Chapeko, Elsie Chapman, J. Coles, Sarah Firazan, Sangu Mandana, Sandhya Menon, Anna Marie McLemore, Phoebe North, Karuna Riazi, Caroline Tung Richmond, and Rebecca Roanhouse. And I read 1,000 Beginnings and Endings last month, which was a collection of Asian myth and legend retellings, and I really enjoyed that, so I decided to pick up another anthology, and this one was actually recommended to me by one of you, by Sophia Bautista. So thank you very much, Sophia, for this recommendation. I have picked it up and I'm really looking forward to reading it. Then we have The Queen of Blood by Sarah Beth Durst, which is book 1 of the Queens of Renthia series, which is a fantasy series, which I don't actually know too much about, but I have heard Joshana from the channel Joshana C rave about this series. She really, really loves it. and a couple of other people have read it and really enjoyed it too. And I have read Fire and Heist by Sarah Beth Durst and really loved the writing style, which is why I decided that I would pick this one up. I think it's a fairly bog standard premise of unlikely people teaming up to overthrow a common evil, but I don't know, and it's quite short. I'm not sure how many books are in the series, but I'm really interested to pick it up. Then we have Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, which is dark academia, I think, and it is her first adult novel, I believe. Ditto with Sarah J Maas. I think this is her first truly adult novel. I don't know, I could be wrong. This one I don't know too much about either, and I don't really want to because it's meant to be quite a mysterious sort of plot line, and it has something to do with secret societies at Yale University. I bought this for my sister for Christmas and she read it earlier this year and loved it and recommended it to me, so here it is. I do plan to read it. And then finally we have The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins, which was a pre-order. I do have another pre-order on the way, which is the second book in the Paper and Heart Society, Read with Pride by Lucy Parry, but it hasn't arrived yet, and like I said, I felt like filming this video, so here we are. But this one is a prequel to The Hunger Games, and I am kind of nervous to read it, if I'm being honest. I'm hearing some not great reviews, and I have to say I'm not necessarily overly surprised by that, because this is a villain origin story for President Snow, who we all, hate. This is the Waterstones exclusive edition, so it has a lovely yellow hardback with a snake on it, and the end papers look like this, and it has this thing. So can you see, I don't know if you'll even be able to see, you see here where it's like green at the top? Apparently that's a thing that I didn't realise that is an additional feature on a book. And I did know that some books have it and some books don't, but I just never really thought about it before. So one of the Waterstones exclusive features is that it has heads and tails. I think that's what they call them. So that's interesting. But that's it. That's the last book in this haul. Haruki is now over there cleaning himself. Again, really not sure if I'm actually going to post this video. I might just edit it and post it right now, because why the hell not? This is a really weird video, I'm sorry, but these are some books that I bought in the month of May. I'm really excited about all of them. I was really excited to share them with you, hence this sort of thrown together video. And yeah, did you pick up any books in May that you're excited to read? Let me know. And that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to see more like this from me, then do think about hitting that subscribe button, and I hope to see you here again soon. Thanks. Bye.